Namibian rugby is on the rise after some difficult times. Their under-19s recently won the African Cup and the senior side qualified for next year's Rugby World Cup. But despite this being their 5th successive appearance in the finals, there's no complacency about their status in the region.
To qualify for any World Cup is always a special occasion, special memory. And this one being my 3rd, you know, it's just going to be that extra icing on the cake. Got a long time to build now. Much longer than in the previous World Cup, so looking forward to it.
For all Namibian players, it's a dream where they can work towards. You know, it's something that they can strive to. I mean, when we went to Australia in 2003 and France 2007, you know, a lot of the people didn't even know that a country like Namibia existed. You know, and it's difficult to measure, you know, how much interest and exposure something like a Rugby World Cup generates for a country like Namibia.
Namibia have never won a match in the finals, an unenviable record they're determined to lay to rest.
You know, execution without planning, you are heading for disaster. This is why this time around we are working towards strategic workshop sessions. We're getting all the stakeholders together. We're getting players, coaches. We want to also get our sponsors and our corporate sector out there to make sure that we fully give our backing to this team. We must get behind our boys. We have to show them that we believe them, and then also, if they believe in themselves, I'm positive that. There's a surprise for the whole world in this Rugby World Cup.
In 2011, the Africans won admiration for their style, but were undone by a demanding schedule.
We had a really tough pool, and our turnaround for games was a bit hard, and you can see after the 3rd game, because after the Fiji game we had 3 days off, played Samoa, you know, 2 physical sides, and then we had 7 days off, and we played the Springboks, and then another 4 days and we played Wales. So we played basically in almost 15 days. We played 4 tough tests, and you can see by the end of the tour, by the Wales game, that the guys were a bit down and, you know, a bit out of it.
It's really tough when you play against really good sides, and you do feel like you're batting above your age. So it's tough. But it was an incredible experience for me and for all the guys who were in the team. It's a big deal for them, you know. It's a big deal for me, but you can imagine for guys who just go to their average job every day and they play in the World Cup against the best sides in the world. And you've got to respect that at the end. You think, wow, these guys really had fun today, even though you got hammered by some really good sides.
And it's a daunting start for them next year with an opening fixture against the world champions.
For any rugby player who isn't part of the big 5 setup, if I can say that, it's always a big dream to play a side like New Zealand, and it's also a good benchmark to measure yourself against some of the best players in the world. For me personally, I've always wanted to play against New Zealand, because that was always one of my big dreams. And you know, if everything goes well, injury-free, and I keep the coaches happy, hopefully I'll be able to run out on the 24th of September in, I think, Olympic Stadium.